Good afternoon, everyone. Please be seated. On behalf of the University of Strathclyde, a very warm welcome to this congregation for the conferment of degrees here in our Barony Hall. Graduations are very special days in our calendar. They're days of celebration for our graduands who are sitting before me and behind me, who are about to become graduates, and for all the family and friends who are here to witness them and to get that achievement. And of course, for the staff of the university as well. Now, in a few moments, it will be my privilege to cap each of the graduates as their name is called out, and they come up on stage to receive their award. I shall place the graduation cap on their head, thereby conferring their degree. And the capping tradition itself, that goes back to ancient China, and that's recognized as a rite of passage and a mark of achievement. And for each of our graduates once capped, that means that they are now part of a community of scholars at the University of Strathclyde, which will stretch back over 200 years to the Scottish Enlightenment. And at the close of graduation, we have a reception in our nearby learning and teaching building, to which everyone is invited to come along, celebrate and have some refreshments. And we hope to have an academic procession which will take us from the Barony to the learning and teaching building. It, of course, depends upon the weather, but I think the weather is going to be good for us this afternoon. So in the meantime, I do hope that you enjoy the ceremony, and when you see your loved one come up on stage to receive their award, please feel free to celebrate, to cheer, and to clap, because these occasions don't come around very often, so please make the most of it. I now formally declare that this congregation for the conferment of degrees is open, and invite Dr. Stuart Beattie of the Faculty of Engineering to present our graduates to receive their awards. Thank you.
Vice Principal, in the name of the University and by the authority of Senate, I present to you these students. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for Research in the Department of Architecture, Salah Abdallah Idris El Said Al Moghbri. Ambark Abdulmola S. Ali Bareka. Sibo Botsili Morobolo. David Reed. Yaozhong Zhang. For research in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, Gate Abdul Rahim Mohammed Al Farkri. Georgia Bura. Limbakani Chitsundi Banda. Sanjitha Panada. Abdul Rahman Shuaibu. Feng Zhang. For the degree of Master of Science in Civil Engineering with Structural Engineering and Project Management, Mohammed Hathri Jafri bin Zainuddin. In Environmental Engineering, Hind Ibrahim Zed Akathwan. Javitha Hongore Javari Gauda. In Sustainability and Environmental Studies, Marwa Hamed Al-Mahrouki. For the degree of Master of Engineering in Civil and Environmental Engineering, Andrew James John Darby. Niamh O'Neill Delaney. Dylan Lewis Elliott. Owen Andrew Fitzpatrick. Jack Robert Fraser. Callum Gilday. Tom Harty. Carrie Mae Henderson. Gregor Andrew Innes. Kanyembo Kabaso. Cameron Laurie. Andrew Lees. Angus William Lindsay. Stephen Mackenzie. Sophie Marion McEwen. Lewis Adam McIntyre. Aidan Miller. Ben Moyer. Aaron Morgan. Kieran Riley. Emily Stewart. In civil engineering, Kieran Aitken. Freya Daisy Bannerman. Ewan Chapman. Evan William Close. Andrew James Crawford. Alexia Anastasia LF3U. Neil Baxter Fleming. Fraser Hutchison Jackson. Maruf Jamal Kadir. Scott John Kerr. James Martin Lowe. Callum McKeechan. Liam Matthews. Aidan McLachlan. Rhys Miller. Ted Miller. Idris Mohammed. Mark Philip Noble. Scott Rankin. Thomas James Scott. Aaron Logan Smith. Max Ross Smith. Dylan Jules Thompson. Oliver Tulloch. Cameron Casey Wilson. Emerald Rosemary Wright. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Civil and Environmental Engineering, Ewan Donnelly. Mark Ian Montgomery. In Civil Engineering, Scott William Arbuckle. Paul Devlin. Gregor Forrest. Scott Proctor Kenny. Ben McKean. Francis Anthony Quayle. Luke Rands. Stuart Joseph Rowe. Kieran James Simmons. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Architectural Studies, Rory James Blair Aitken. Matthew James Bell. Krish Bala. Libby Broadhurst. Jamie Finn Cornish. Ailey Ruth Dempsey. Ailsa Catherine Dewar. Logan John Downey. Shakila Fala. Jenna Yu Flanagan. Darach John Andrew Gardner. Ross Gildea. Pranavi Golconda. Cameron Lewis Green. Ewan Hayes. Nicholas Hill. Erin Hogan. Amelia Hudy. Sally Hughes. Ellis Hunter. Katie Hunter. Jennifer Jane Hislop. Natalie Rosemary Jarvis. Elise Kelly. Leon Lawrence. Vinci Lee. Mary Elizabeth Lorimer. Lennon McKechnie. Mohammed Musa Mahmoud. Fraser Lewis MacDonald. Beth Margaret McFadgen. Ross Alexander Roderick Mackenzie. Ronan Ercolo McVeigh. Irina Muir. Maya Nielsen. Siobhan Eva Naaku Nimoy. Maya Zofia Pashenda. Ben Pratt. Rachel Quigley. Logan Robertson Ray. Jessica Ramsey. Jack Paul Rankin. Amber Kate Redmile. Michael James Reynolds. Amy Alexandra Ross. Georgina Rutherford. Emma Scott. Jodie Schenken. Jagjit Singh. Stepan Stankovic. Chloe Yanis Steele. Freya Catherine Stevenson. Patricia Emilova Taskova. Clara Thompson. Alexander Threshy. Anna Mary Waddell. In Architectural Studies with International Study, David Thomas Cairns. Pratishta Chavas. Ella Miranda Prescott. Paula Saez Valle. For the degree of Postgraduate Diploma in Advanced Architectural Design, Olivia Antakainen. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Architectural Studies with International Studies, Kate Pittendrich. For the degree of Master of Architecture in Advanced Architectural Design, Konrad Piotr Kolodzai.
Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, and most of all, Strathclyde University's newest graduates, it is my pleasure to once again welcome you to this congregation. Today, all of our graduates have been centred stage, and I would like to begin my address by congratulating all of you once again on your achievements. All of your hard work has paid off, and this has now been formally recognised in front of your families, friends, and the staff who taught and supported you during your time at the university. Let's give our summer graduates of 2025 a big round of applause. All of our graduates here today have shown great commitment, resilience and determination to arrive at this day. And once this ceremony has concluded, you'll be invited to join the academic procession, signifying that you're now full members of the Strathclyde academic community, which numbers over 220,000 individuals. As esteemed members of this community, you will join a line of alumni who've gone on to excel in their chosen field. This includes David Livingstone, the missionary and explorer, John Logie Baird, who invented television, Dame Ailish Angelini, Scotland's first female Lord Advocate, Helen Liddell and Baroness Annabel Goldie, leading Scottish politicians, and entrepreneur and philanthropist Sir Tom Hunter. Now today, we are celebrating your achievements and recognise that each of you will have benefited from the active support of your families, friends and supporters, and academically through your lecturers, tutors and supervisors. And for the last half hour or so, their applause has rung in your ears as you each in turn cross this stage to receive your awards. I would now like to invite all of our graduates to show their appreciation for all the support that they have received from their family and friends. Your success, and in turn our success as a university, is in no small part due to the efforts of our staff, who are delivering our vision as a leading international technological university that is socially progressive. And you can tell a lot about the values of an organisation by looking at its roots. Strathclyde University traces its lineage back to 1796, when Anderson brought it into being, the only Scottish university founded during the Age of Enlightenment, and embodying the Enlightenment principles of reason, tolerance and equality. Anderson's belief in useful learning and his commitment to taking knowledge and using this for the greater good is the motivating force which gives Strathclyde University its momentum today. Anderson believed in knowledge for the greater good and education for all, what we would call widening access and participation. And Strathclyde University is at the forefront of widening access to higher education by welcoming those with the ability to learn, regardless of their personal circumstances, and 20% of our new students each year come from the most challenging areas of the country. Our ethos of useful learning continues to be relevant today as we seek new knowledge that we can readily apply to global challenges. We are a research-intensive university determined to make a positive difference to the lives of our students, to society and to the world. Through our groundbreaking research, we are helping to change the world for the better. Through our scientists and engineers, we are leading the development of innovative technologies that will facilitate the transition from fossil fuels to clean, sustainable energy sources such as wind, solar, geothermal and hydrogen. And we are developing new drugs along with new manufacturing processes that will provide cheaper, more effective treatments in the fight against cancer and inflammatory disease, whilst also supporting our health services to face the challenges of providing health and social care with the changing demographics of the 21st century. Through our Centre for Sustainable Development, our global-minded staff and students are co-creating solutions for our global partners across academia, society and the private sector to secure real-world impact and to tackle the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. With our focus on entrepreneurial education, we are helping students and staff to create new sustainable businesses, as well as supporting economic growth. We are helping to grow Scotland's manufacturing capabilities through the National Manufacturing Institute Scotland, which is hosted by Strathclyde University. And in the near future, we will be establishing another innovation centre named in honour of one of our most successful alumni, businessman Dr. Charles Wang, who donated £50 million to the university, an extremely generous gift given in recognition of the role that this university played in his success. £30 million of this gift will be used to expand the Glasgow City Innovation District, allowing more businesses to co-locate with the university and improve productivity, develop world-class talent, research and technology, and accelerate economic growth. The remainder of the gift will create 2 professorial chairs in international entrepreneurship and in international innovation and business, along with providing support for research and for PhD students. Our globally minded students and staff are also working in sustainable development, helping to address some of the inequalities in India, the Gambia and Malawi by establishing clean water supplies, renewable power sources and healthcare facilities. And we understand the value of working in partnership as we extend our global reach with other leading universities, including Stanford, New York University, MIT and the National University of Singapore. As a university, we are continually working to enhance our student experience, investing in our campus, as evidenced by our new Learning and Teaching Building and Students' Union, and we are investing in student mental health and wellbeing support services, and placing our students at the heart of everything that we do. Our progress in these areas has been recognised in recent years, and we are the only UK university to win the Times Higher Education University of the Year twice in the UK, and have secured 4 Queen's Anniversary Awards and been named Business School of the Year and European Entrepreneurial University of the Year, and Strathclyde was also named Scottish University of the Year in 2024 in the inaugural Davy Mail University League tables. Other achievements include colleagues in the Department of Computer and Information Sciences who are exploring how generative AI can assist researchers in designing data collection tools, generating survey responses and data cleansing for analysis and reporting. In naval architecture, ocean and marine engineering, Strathclyde and shipping company Oldendorff Carriers are setting up a research centre for sustainable shipping. We will work together on sustainable shipping issues to support international and regional efforts and to decarbonise the industry, support the just transition and further enhance operational safety. In civil and environmental engineering, Strathclyde is a partner in a £5.7 million programme designed to develop practical pathways and accelerate action that builds on community aspirations for sustainable, livable and resilient places. It will identify opportunities to accelerate decarbonisation while addressing societal challenges on fuel poverty, sustainable local economies, well-being and social justice. And in biomedical engineering, stroke survivors in Scotland will benefit from 3 new specialised technology-enriched rehabilitation centres aimed to increase access to evidence-based levels of rehabilitation after strokes, providing vital support to patients following hospital discharge. And in our Department of Architecture, Strathclyde is partnering a new initiative to significantly reduce carbon emissions from high-density housing in UK cities and towns. The Centre for Net Zero High-Density Buildings is testing new prototypes and retrofit buildings in Glasgow and Edinburgh with low-carbon materials, heating and cooling systems, and energy storage technologies. Now, these are just some of the many achievements that have been made by our students and their staff. And Strathclyde is increasingly being recognised as a place where things happen, and this is why our graduates are so highly prized by companies and organisations who are looking to recruit the best talent and drive their businesses forward. Our success is in no small part due to the collective efforts, talent and commitment of our staff, the 4,000 colleagues who deliver our vision as a leading international technological university, and like me, they are very proud of your achievements. All of our students learn how to be innovative, enterprising and creative, and they can make a real difference when they go out into the workplace. So go forth with confidence and with purpose and with the knowledge that you're capable of great things. And wherever your career takes you, always remember that as a Strathclyde graduate, useful learning carries with it responsibilities that go beyond academic scholarship. And finally, let me offer my sincerest congratulations to you all once again on your achievements, and I hope that you enjoy the remainder of what is a very special day. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that now concludes the formal part of this afternoon's proceedings, which I hope you have enjoyed, and it will take away very many happy memories. I'll remind you that we do have a reception now to go to, and I'm looking at the back of the hall, and I've got the proverbial thumbs up sign, which says that the weather is good, so it means we will have an academic procession from the Barony to the Learning and Teaching Building where the reception is. And I'll take the opportunity to invite Strathclyde's newest graduates to join that procession. So ladies and gentlemen, if you can allow the procession to leave the hall and then follow us immediately up to the Learning and Teaching Building, we shall see you there for some refreshments. I now formally declare that this congregation for the conferment of degrees is closed.